My zero to hero story is not unique to me. It's definitely relatable to everyone that is watching. You're someone like who I used to be. You feel like you're at the bottom of the barrel. You feel like you're a real loser.
Yo, what's going on, guys? First ever YouTube video. Let's see how this goes. But right now, I'm on my way to get a haircut. I've been looking pretty rough because my barber is out of town. He's been out of town for a while, pretty much all summer. And honestly, I was not gonna cheat on my barber and get my haircut somewhere else. But you know, here we are. I might have to cheat on my barber now. And then afterwards, I'm gonna run the mandatory errand. Of course, once you get a haircut, you always have to go run an errand afterwards. I'm going everywhere. I'm going shopping, and I'm gonna go to the gym later. So, you know, that's gonna be a good day to run some errands. But I'm gonna take you out with me. I'll check back in after the cut, see how it's looking. All right, y'all. I just got my haircut. How we looking? Listen, I was a little hesitant going with the new guy, but listen, I am definitely not going back to my old guy after this. That makes me sound like a barber hoe, but listen, this dude did a better job, so I'm definitely switching barbers after this. Sometimes in life, things may not go the way you want, and that's just a blessing in disguise. And for me, it was a lineup in disguise. Like, this dude has outdone my previous barber by a lot. So yeah, bro was definitely replaced. And what's the funny part is, like, I went through like 3 people on my barber roster. Again, that makes me sound like a barber hoe, but none of them were giving me a cut. But I got this new dude. Yeah, I think I'm very satisfied with the cut. But anyways, I gotta go run some errands. I gotta go shopping. So let's go. Oh man, it is hot today. But I just got at the Sam's Club. I'm gonna get some essentials, and I'll be going back home so I can get my gym stuff and go to the gym, get a little bit of some stuff, and you know, also got a fresh cut too. So I feel like the people definitely deserve to see the fresh cut. You know, I do it for you guys. I do it for the people. You know, it's not for me, it's for you guys. Bro, it's Halloween already, bro.
Yes, and
so I've been using the raw protein for a little bit now. I don't really mind it. I still prefer the whey protein from Dymatize, but these aren't bad too. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like using the raw proteins? Because I would prefer the Dymatize, but you know, I buy these from Sam's for now, because those are expensive as hell. The Dymatize protein is expensive as hell, so I've been using this for a little bit, but once I save up enough money, for sure I'll switch back to Dymatize whey protein. But let me go with what you guys think.
All right, guys, so I am now at the gym. I go to my local Crunch, and today is my leg day. So this week is gonna be a deload week. I only plan on going to the gym about 3 days this week, and nothing more than that. I have to stay away because I just want to give time for my body to recover. I only went the first half of last week, and since then I've been out of the gym doing a lot of walks and stuff to still get my body moving, but no more working out or exercising. I just feel like I need that recovery time. I'm right around that 12-week mark period where I can feel my body is starting to lose strength. Is not it's not recovering as fast as it could be, and I can just feel that a deload is necessary for me to start training as hard as I usually do. Now, I just finished school, just finished college. I was taking summer classes, but now, like, I'm officially finished with college. I'm done. I'm never going back, or at least for the foreseeable future, I don't plan on going back. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do and do that. Like I said, today is gonna be my deload day. I will take you guys through what a typical deload would look like. It usually is just a bunch of mobility stuff, stretching, working on weaknesses, and just going through the usual workouts, but dropping my weight by well above 50% or more. and just going through the motions and making sure that my muscle is getting the proper blood flow. I'm sure by now you're wondering, who the hell is this guy and why would I even watch his videos? Who does this guy thinks he is? And that's what I'm going to dedicate this first video towards. I want to share a little bit more about me, who I am, what my story is, and hopefully you can find commonalities that would allow us to relate to each other, and maybe you might even stay for more and subscribe. So my name is Manasseh. I am 23 years old. I've been lifting for a few years now, and this is a way for me to share what I've learned, what has worked for me and what has not, but more importantly, to share my experiences and hope to encourage and inspire others. Now, I titled this video my Zero to Hero Transformation, and here's how my journey, my lifting journey went. But before I get into that, I have to kind of give you a little bit of backstory of how I came into lifting and how it's changed my life, and we'll get into that. So I was always a skinny kid. I grew up a skinny kid. I was that weak, scrawny kid that would lose arm wrestles to girls, that would, I don't know if you guys can relate, but you know, people would come and like would do this to my wrist, and they would see like how much they can wrap their fingers around my wrist. I was so skinny. I was the guy that people would do that to. And you know, all my life I just felt like I was never strong. I was never I was just not jacked. I didn't have muscles. I never felt like I could command anyone's attention or earn their respect. I just had a lot of insecurities, not necessarily just because I was skinny, but you know, I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself, and my self-esteem was not the way that it is right now. Like, I did not feel comfortable, you know, even sitting in front of a camera and putting myself out there for millions of people to see. I just was not that guy that would want to put himself out there. Now, you know, outwardly it did seem like I was confident and I was sure of myself, but internally I still had my struggles just like any other person. And in high school I was pretty much with the same group of people throughout all 4 years. I was in different curriculum programs. Because of that, I didn't really get to branch out as most people would in high school. So that means I didn't really have a lot of friends, and the people that I was close with and, you know, being in the same class, I did not really connect with in that regard, like in a deeper connection. So, you know, I would see them at school and I would sure hang out with them during the day, but that's the extent of my friendship with those people. I know I had a couple of 1 or 2 friends I would hang out with outside and occasionally see, but that was it. I didn't have a big social group or a big friend group that I was a part of. So I was sort of the social recluse in a sense. Now, my senior year in high school was 2020, and that's when I actually like started to work out seriously. But I was working out at home. I still didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was basically doing push-ups all day and running every day. So I would, you know, come up with a weird arbitrary number, like, I don't know, like 300 push-ups today. And I would either break it up throughout the day and just, you know, get those going, or I would just have like a one workout session where I would just keep doing until I can't, rest a little bit, and keep going some more. So that's kind of how I started to work out. Now, during that time, I started to take it a lot more serious. Even though at the time I didn't know what I was doing, I was seeing little enough result to where I knew that if I was consistent, I would eventually start to notice a big difference. Now, my diet was terrible. I did not know anything about dieting. Like I said, I was doing at-home workouts. All the gym were closed, so I didn't have any gym to go to. So I was basically left with 20-pound dumbbells that I would use every day. Of course, I didn't know anything about progressive overload, so I would use the same weights, and I improvised with a milk jug. So I would fill the milk jugs with water, and I would kind of like make my own makeshift like easy bar curl type where I get to curl and work out my arms. And then I had 2 foldable chairs that I would use as stands to do dips on. So you can see like my setup is very like arbitrary, and it's just whatever I could find. So during that time, I started to fall in love with the process of just working out, how it made me feel. Even though I was only seeing a little bit of result, I was beginning to mentally just feel a lot better. I was beginning to feel a lot more confident in myself. And honestly, like, even though I didn't see like physical changes during that time, I would credit that time to, even though I didn't see the results, like I would still show up every day. And that period of time was very crucial in my ability to develop the consistency and the discipline that I have now. So, you know, even though it was hard, there were no results, that was still a very important, it was canon, let's just say. It was a very important period of my life where, okay, like I learned the discipline and the consistency that it takes so that when I did eventually join a gym, I would apply the same consistency towards that. And then once my knowledge of fitness and dieting grew, of course, like that consistency definitely paid off. So I started, that was my freshman year of college. 2020 was when I graduated high school, and that's when I was also a freshman in college. So the first year and a half to 2 years, it was all at home. So I didn't really get to enjoy or experience college until like the second half of it for the last 2 years. So the first 2 years, it was basically mostly online, and I was obviously like I didn't have a lot of friends to interact with. I was staying home. My social skills were not as they could be. They definitely needed polishing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to this. So when I did eventually start going to campus and I started to meet people, that's when I kind of grew out of my shell. That's when I also started going to the gym. I also started to train a little bit of jiu-jitsu and MMA, and I just felt myself just gradually starting to change. Now, the physical results that I was having was also affecting my mental, and I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to this as well, where, you know, we go work out not just for the physical changes, but for also our mental health and the mental peace that we feel. So during that time, I started to come out of my shell. I felt a lot more confident, and obviously, like, I definitely felt a lot more attractive too, even attractive to girls as well. I was never the smoothest guy, or I was never the guy that got the girls, but at least now I can confidently say that I was going out of my shell. I was talking to the girls, no problem. I felt confident in my conversational ability to talk to anybody, and that just created an upward spiral. And all this started because I felt like I had had enough in 2020, when I was at my lowest, when I did not feel confident, when I did not feel attractive, when my self-esteem was an all-time low, and I genuinely felt like I was the bottom of the barrel. Like, I just did not have a good self-image. Like, I really felt like a loser. And that does a lot of things to your mental health. It just tanks it. Your mental health just goes down the drain. Like, it just tanks. And for me to be able to say, like, I went from the absolute worst I've ever felt about myself to where I am now, and I have genuine respect for myself, for what I have been able to do, not just in terms of building my body, but also recognizing that I am capable of doing something that is hard. I am capable of changing my mindset to be that of someone that has self-confidence, that has self-respect, and that has a positive view of themselves and their place in the world. It's just generally, like, it's just really helped me develop into the man that I am today. My zero to hero story is not unique to me. It's definitely relatable to everyone that is watching this. If you're someone like who I used to be, that doesn't have confidence, that doesn't have a good self-image, that does not have the right view of themselves, and you feel like you're at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, you feel like you're a loser, and you can relate to those sentiments, it is okay. It is not the end of the world for you to be feeling that way. And that is what I hope to achieve with this channel and with the videos that I will be putting out, is being that person that I wish I had when I was younger. Right now, we're living in a world where we are increasingly connected. Social media is connecting everybody, and even though we're connected, a lot of us have never felt as lonely as we feel today. Even though we're all connected 24/7 and we have people just a finger swipe away, we feel lonely. We feel like we're the only and no one really sees us. And I'm here to say that it's okay to feel that way. You are not alone. And when I was going through it, I wish that I had somebody that I could open up with and kind of share these things that was going on in my mind at that time. But all I knew was training was very important to me. And through training, I was able to understand and realize truth about the world that I would not otherwise have understood if I didn't put myself in that position. If I didn't put myself in the position of, okay, this is the way out for me. This is the way that I can build my self-image. I can build my self-confidence and become a man that I am proud of, and prove to myself that I am not a loser, that I am indeed capable of doing something that is hard, doing something that doesn't come naturally to anyone. No one was born coming out and all of a sudden they have a six-pack. All of a sudden they have, put on pounds of muscle. No one was born that way. I'm nowhere as big as the people you see in social media. I'm not a Sam Sulek, I'm not an Alex Eubank, I'm not a Max Taylor, but I know that I can also inspire others that were going through the same struggles that I did. When I was coming up, of course, I was looking up to those guys, like the fitness influencers that I felt like were inspiration, that I could use their stories to motivate me. But after a certain period, it all starts to fade away. Those people become less relatable. And that's what I want to be. I want to be the guy that most people could relate to, because I'm the average Joe. I'm not a big influencer like those guys, right? And I hope through what I have done, you would feel like it is possible by just looking at someone that is as average as it can be. I'm not the strongest guy. I'm not the biggest guy. But I was able to flip the script that I have been selling to myself of thinking that I was a loser. And now I am someone that is not a loser. I'm someone that's capable of achieving whatever they set their mind to. So I hope that by hearing a little bit of my story, you would also be capable of having that similar transformation of both body and mind. And of course, you can't forget about the spirit as well. I believe in these three things: the mind, body, and spirit. You can have two, you can have one, but if you don't have all three, I don't think the human being is complete if you don't undergo a change of the mind, body, and spirit. So my page is called Ascension Fitness, and the reason why I chose that name is not arbitrary or because it sounded cool. Years ago, I told myself if I ever made either a channel or some sort of page, I would name it Ascension, because it really represents that zero to hero transformation. It represents that guy that is struggling and coming up in the world, trying to find his own ground, trying to find who he is and what he's about, trying to find his purpose. And the Ascension story is about us. It's all of us. All of us coming into our own. All of us developing into the type of person that we were meant to be. So Ascension signifies that transformation that we all must undergo of the body, the mind, and the spirit. So the Ascension story is as much about you as much as it is about me. It is about constant progression. It is about constant progress towards our goals, towards our purpose, and the journey that we must undergo through life. I'm still a young man. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do, what my purpose is, and how I can be of service to other people. But this is a way for me to take you along the journey and also hopefully inspire you to do the same in yours, and to inspire you to keep ascending, because we all have a unique purpose that we were meant to serve here on earth. And that's just a little bit of a synopsis of my zero to hero story.
And y'all, you gotta come check out Manasse's page. Great content. Listen, he's the GOAT. All right, he's the up and coming. Check him out.
No lie stole there. No lie stole. Tell the people your name.
Hey, this is Steven right here. Crunch Fitness. It's a great place to be. Come work out with us.
You guys heard it here first.
I'm 23, so I feel old, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel old.
How old do you think I am?
27.
28.
28? Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna go 28, but I was like, he might just be like you and be like, he looks older than he actually is. Yeah, I don't know, it's the beard. People think I'm older than I look. It's the beard, man, I'm telling you. Atlanta doesn't really have like influencer type arena in like the specific like fitness industry. Like for example, Texas, you know, they have Alpha Land, right? So that's like the biggest gym there. Like you have the influencers, the big names there. I wish we had something similar to that in Atlanta. This is gonna make the cut, by the way. I love this. This is just like candid content with actual genuine people. Like I love it. But this is my first ever YouTube video. I hope you guys liked it. I think it definitely turned out better than I thought it would. But like, share, and subscribe for more. Be part of the Ascension Fitness channel. Big plans, man, big plans. Ascension to the moon. Peace out.